muchachos, amigos, mga favoritos, my name is Charisse and welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my skin whitening routine. So as I was growing up, and especially in high school, because that's the time around when you start to get into the notions of like beauty and identity and kind of finding your own style, I was kind of confused between this hybrid of culture between my like white Australian Irish kind of identity and my Asian Filipino identity. So I think psychologically it was very hard to decide which culture I wanted to be more inclined to. But when I was around 14, I started to really become engaged in my Asian culture. But with this kind of came the notion that a lighter complexion meant like a higher rate of attractiveness. So there were all these celebrities endorsing these skin whitening products and pills and injections, and I thought, like, even though I'm quite light as it is being half Filipina, I was like, no, I need to be whiter. So I started looking into buying lotions and soaps and even going as far to make my own kind of homemade lemon solutions and researching glutathione pills and injections. And like looking back now, to me, that's insane. So, sorry about the title of the video. This is not actually my skin whitening routine, but I think this is a conversation that we need to have. We need to have an open kind of discussion about these attitudes, this culture, this industry, these ideals. And this is a very free platform, so any opinions that you have, feel free to comment below because I'd love to hear them. But this is a conversation that we need to have. So historically, I understand that the lighter your complexion kind of inferred social class and status, as people with darker complexions had to go out in manual labor and, you know, being exposed to the sun made you darker, which meant that you were of a lower class. And so I can understand that historically, but in this time period now, I don't think that this is as important as it used to be. There is no racial hierarchy anymore. There shouldn't be a racial hierarchy anymore. I also understand that there are people that use these creams and pills and injections as a result of like hyperpigmentation, which can be caused by hormonal imbalances, birth control pills, skin irritations, like excessive exposure to the sun. And I'm not saying it's wrong for these people to use these products because, of course, it's bodily autonomy. Everyone has a right to control their own body, what goes into it, what can be done to it. And of course, I'm all for this bodily autonomy. But when skin whitening companies go so far to commercialize and capitalize off of this forced insecurity that's kind of like imposed upon young people, especially, who are so impressionable in this 21st century. It's 2017. I cannot believe that there are still commercials and billboards and massive companies with this kind of intention in mind to make you feel like you're less than you are and forcing this insecurity upon you because it's not necessary, when their real intention and goal is to just capitalize off of it and commercialize off of it. I think this is beyond toxic, and I think I'll refuse to let this continue to be the self-rejecting mentality of young people and millennials and older people just because a company and an industry is telling you you're not worthy and you're not beautiful enough just because you don't have a lighter complexion. That's so wrong. There's so many people, especially in the Philippines, who have a darker complexion. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Why would you need to feel like you need to inject and consume these things unnecessarily when it's only because of these imposed beauty ideals that this industry is bringing forth to you, and this media culture is kind of encouraging and empowering in a very wrong way. Not even that though, but there are so many dangers with the kind of chemical formula that they're putting into these products and that they're endorsing, with some of them including steroids, mercury, hydroquinone, I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but there are these real serious imminent health concerns if you're ingesting and consuming and applying these products. I've spoken with 5-year-old girls who have said to me like Ati Charisse, I wish I had like lighter and beautiful skin just like you. And I was like, This is not something that 5-year-olds should be thinking about. Okay. Oh my gosh. Like this isn't something that a 5-year-old should be concerned with. 5-year-olds should not be concerned with beauty ideals and the colour of their skin to be deemed important. It shouldn't matter whether you're Morena or mestiza. But this is our culture, and this is something that needs to change. We have a media culture of skin whitening commercials, massive billboards, celebrity endorsements, and I think that's one of the most frustrating things for me, because these millennial celebrities are not like stupid. They're quite intelligent, so I don't understand why they think it's okay to also be capitalizing off of this and imposing these beauty standards when it's just so unnecessary. Yeah, that's one of the things that frustrates me the most, when there are people who are public influencers who are kind of contributing to the imposition of like colorism. We all should be like educated and socially aware enough to know that this is not something that should be happening in this time. There should never be a multi-billion dollar industry that is contributing to a racial hierarchy that should not exist. So this industry is feeding off of people feeling inferior and worthless just because of their tone or shade. And I think this is a very colonial paradigm that we need to make a conscious decision to step out of. We need to reject these advertisements. We need to decide, no, I will not purchase these products. I will not contribute to this capitalization off of beauty ideals and making people feel like they're worthless, because it's so unnecessary. Not even that though. I've met a few people who pay up to or more than 25,000 pesos a month just for skin whitening injections, and that just kind of inhibits and impairs their ability to live because they can't go out into the sun. They need to be conscious of the clothing that they wear when they go outside, when they're driving, what they can eat and drink to make sure that the skin injections are working effectively. And I think that's just not even a very good quality of life if you can't live it to the fullest, if you can't enjoy the beach, if you can't do these sort of activities that you can do if you just didn't kind of step into these beauty ideals. And of course, that's not their fault. I don't think that's their fault. I think it's the fault of the companies and the industry imposing these ideals onto an audience and encouraging them that this is the self-rejecting mentality that we need to be a part of. And I don't think that we do. I think we need to realize that all we're talking about here is melanin. Literally, the amount of melanin that's in our skin, that's in our bodies. And this skin bias is affecting people psychologically. We need to get rid of this like unhealthy comparison and competitiveness with other people and other people's skin tones and how we should be in order to kind of like flourish in ourselves. So yeah, I'm sorry that this is not my skin whitening routine, but I think this is a discussion that we all really need to start having, and I hope we do. So yeah, cool. Thank you for watching my video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe. I'd really like to hear your opinions on this. I know some people have compared it to a collective body dysmorphia, but I'm not sure if I'm knowledgeable enough in that area to kind of say and conclude that myself. So don't forget to hit the bell icon down below to get notifications every time I post. And check the links in the down bar to follow me on my other socials, including Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, tapos na. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!